Hey guys, Ashlane here, coming at you today, talking all about clan war matchmaking. Now I had the opportunity to sit down and have a conversation with the developer on the Clash of Clans team, and finally we have some official information confirmed about the behind the scenes algorithm. Now we're not going to get into all the nitty gritty, and I'm not going to advise any specific upgrade strategy in this video, but I will have a more in-depth video all about 0.5s and stuff as a companion video to this in the next few days, so stay tuned for that. But today I just want to kind of cover the basics and correct some misnomers that even I myself have been guilty of inadvertently perpetuating in the community. So if you look at the war map here like we're doing right now, a lot of people think that you can factor in how heavy your base is or how much of an impact you have on the matchmaking process by looking at your gold mines and adding up those resources available. Either that, or some people believe looking at the war bonus can tell you how much you weigh, or lastly, just looking at where you fall on the map will give you an accurate depiction of how big of a factor you have in the matchmaking process. That is actually false. I'm here to tell you that my mind was kind of blown, to be honest with you, because I always kind of assumed that where you fell on the war map and what your total resources available was actually accurate information, an accurate depiction of how heavy you actually were, but that is not correct. In fact, where you are on the war map and how much resources are in your storages or your war win bonus as the enemy team only factors in your defensive weight in the overall war match. So what exactly does that mean? It means that the war information that we can see as players is not accurate in terms of how much we impact the war. It only reflects defensive weight. Now, offensive weight obviously does matter, and it matters a lot. In fact, it's about half of the equation. So that does have an impact on 0.5s and what we thought of 0.5s, because basically, if you're maybe 20th on your war map, and you might be mirrored, you might be pulling in on the opposite side of the war on your enemy's side. You might be pulling in their 10th best base if you have high level offense and lower level defense. Furthermore, if somebody ranks higher or lower than you in the war map, it doesn't necessarily mean that's where they factor in the war making algorithm. So let's pretend you're ranked 30th and your friend is ranked 25th. That doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have a heavier base in the overall war making algorithm if you have higher level offense, because offense is all under the hood. Offense is not accounted for in any way that the players can actually see in terms of war matchmaking. So let's talk a little bit about the upcoming changes to matchmaking and how it will further impact what we already know to be true. So the upcoming changes will now add more weight to the high level defensive units, including Inferno Tower and Eagle Artillery. Now, it's also going to add more weight to the Grand Warden and high level offense, dramatically so. So it's still going to be about the same. When you're maxing out offensive units, you have to be aware that you're probably pulling in people on the enemy's team with max level defenses, because offenses weigh a lot. And you know what? That might be a reason why some clans are getting a lot of mismatches, is because a lot of people are prioritizing offense over defense, myself included, my clan included, up until maybe now. Now, because they're adding extra weight to the Eagle Artillery and the Inferno Towers, I do have some thoughts that maybe the whole offense over defense upgrade strategy is still viable. So essentially 0.5 isn't necessarily 100% dead, But if you find yourself always being the underdog clan in wars, you might want to think about starting to drop those Inferno Towers and Eagle Artilleries, because you already weigh so much in terms of the overall matchmaking scheme that you might as well add a little bit more weight, because you're already drawing in people with max bases or people who at least have those strong defensive units. So it's something to consider. Like I said, I'll go more in depth sharing some other information on my next video. Now I just want to talk a little bit before I end here about the whole war win streaks and now how clans that are winning more recently, are more apt to match with other clans who are winning more recently. Now, I kind of thought to myself, could this be killing arranged matchups in terms of the do-it-yourself arranged matchups that a lot of us in the war community do? And I actually got some confirmation, some good news on that end as well. So although recent war record will now be factored into the matchups, to matching algorithm, it won't be a be-all end-all. Think of the algorithm system that matches clans in Clan Wars as a big list of check marks, and it looks to check off as many of those marks as possible to match the clans. So when they add the win streak factor, it's just another one of those boxes to help more accurately match two clans together. It's not a be-all end-all, and it doesn't mean that clans can't match if they're not on the same type of winning streak, or if a clan lost, maybe 3 in a row versus a clan that won 2 in a row. It doesn't mean they can't be matched. If you're matching at the same time, or you're trying to make your homemade matches at the same time, and you have clans pretty evenly matched at a decent war number, then you're probably still going to be able to match after this update. So I got some clarification on that as well. And just before I let you guys go today, I just want to clarify, this is already public knowledge, but just so I have it all in one place, that all hero levels, all spell levels, spell factory levels, dark spell factory levels, all troop levels, and the higher the troop levels, the exponentially higher weight, and all army camp levels are taken into consideration on offense, and on defense, obviously all the defensive structures, your hero levels, and your wall levels as well. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I will, like I said, be bringing a more in-depth guide to the whole 0.5 system. What does this mean? Does this change anything? And if so, what does it change in tomorrow's video? So guys, stay tuned for that. And as always, take care, guys.